Listen up, fam, listen up. The solution, the solution, the solution to one problem will put an end to a process. Let's look at this, right? If I'm in the process of figuring something out, if I'm in the middle of this process that where things are going chaotic and I'm figuring things out and I'm repositioning my life, the solution puts an end to that process, right? Which means there's a new beginning. The solution puts an end and then there's a new beginning. So I have a problem, and within that problem, that consumes my mind and that gives me focus, right? Check this. Pay attention to this. Make sure you guys are following. Life is psychologically pulling you in multiple directions. You're consumed by so many different things, right? You're consumed by so many different thoughts, ideas. You're consumed by things, problems going on. That's a process. The moment that you start solving problems, the solution puts an end to that process, which means there's a new beginning. Okay? I have this problem. I solve it. Boom, there's a new beginning. My life has changed because I'm in a different position. Problem is solved. Let me ask you this, fam. This is where the life gets interesting. If I find this process meaningful, no matter how miserable I am, are you guys following? If I find this process meaningful, no matter how miserable I claim to be, will I want to solve the problem? Would I want to solve the problem because we just talked about how the solution puts an end to that process, that little journey, that drama, which then creates a new beginning. Now, if I don't want to put an end to this because this entire drama gives me some sort of meaning to life, this process gives me meaning to life, this has consumed my mind, would I want to solve this problem? Think about it, fam. Think about what I'm saying here. Just take 2 seconds to really think about this. Let's start over, okay? Life is pulling me multiple directions. Things going on in my life. My mind's being pulled psychologically in many different spots. I'm in this position in life. I got to solve these problems. Now, when you are in the middle of a process, what happens? You are consumed by something. You're consumed by it. You're figuring it out. You're like, this is what I want. This is what you're looking for. Your mind is stimulated. You're looking for ideas, different ideas. You're getting a little bit creative to figure out your positioning in life, whatever, right? The moment that you solve a problem, or the moment that you find a solution or create the solution, it puts an end to that process, which means there's a new beginning. Which is why the end is the beginning. The ending of something is the beginning of something new. If I find meaning during this process, this drama, no matter how miserable I am consumed by this, and it gives me some sort of meaning to life, something to focus on, would I ever want to solve that problem? So that means the solution, no matter how clear the solution is, if I find meaning in a process, then I will reject the solution. Okay, where do you see this at? You see this in relationships. You see this in environments. You see this in people afraid to make certain decisions because it'll put an end to what gives them the most meaning. I've been in this relationship for 10 years and I'm miserable. I'm getting abused, but it gives me meaning. It gives me something to focus on. Because if you put an end to this, then what is my meaning? What is the meaning to my life? Think about it, fam. What is the meaning? So if I value this, and if this gives me meaning, the solution to leave, the solution to adjust, the solution to put an end, it's like, there's hesitation in putting an end to a problem when the problem itself is meaningful to you. Now this is interesting, right? I don't want to solve a problem because now if I solve a problem, it'll put an end to something. And it's quick, right? It's instant. You solve a problem. The end is the beginning. If you're afraid of the beginning, would you want to put something to an end? Again, there's no right or wrong way. We're just talking consequences, right? If you're afraid to put an end because you're afraid of a beginning, then what happens to that problem? That problem will continue to stay. Give me some brain emojis if you guys are following this right now. If you guys listening, understanding slowly. Give me some of these brain emojis. We're breaking this down. Because why would one want to stay with a problem? Why does one refuse the solution to a problem when the solution's clear, right? This is clear. This is what I know I can do. This solves this. Boom. I make this decision. These problems come up. I can solve this. But the moment I'm attached to a problem or I'm attached to a process that consumes me, that gives me some sort of meaning, I'm going to stay within that process. So now it's like, I don't want the solution. I'm looking for the best way to deal with the problem, not the best way to solve the problem. Do you guys see that? I'm in search for the best way to deal with the problem, rather than in search of the solution to this problem. Well, if it involves another person, it keeps you connected and involves you connected and involved, so you may stay in the problem. Right. I'll stay in the problem because I feel like, okay, I'm going to be connected to this, right? I don't want the solution. The solution puts an end to this process of things, right? But not just relationships, not with just a person. We're talking about in any form of relationship, in any environment. Hey, this environment's causing me pain. Because this environment's causing me pain, the solutions to get out this environment, but then the thought of oh, I don't want to be by myself, or I need to use these people for something, or they do something for me, then I never want to leave the environment. So now I'm looking for the best way to deal with the environment because I benefit from the environment. I'm looking for the best way to deal with this relationship, no matter how miserable it is. I can complain, but I'm looking for the best ways to deal with it, to take the punches, rather than learn how to adapt and adjust. I'm looking for the best way to absorb. So this is what's interesting, fam. When you start thinking, now this is contradiction, right? This is interesting. Now the mind lives in contradiction, right? Because you will complain about something for so long, right? Thinking that you prioritize the solution when you may prioritize looking for the best escape, and then those things contradict each other, right? It's like, oh, this relationship is causing me pain, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, put an end to this relationship, move forward, rebuild yourself up, rebuild your life, whatever. But one says, no, we got to fight for this. No, we shouldn't. We should stay in the conflict because this gives me something to focus on, something meaningful to embrace. So are you aware enough, fam, to know that you are searching for the greatest escape or the actual solution? The greatest escape doesn't require an end. The greatest escape does not put an end to a problem. It just prolongs a problem. Do you guys see that? The greatest escapes allow the problem to exist, which is why people search for it, right? It allows it to exist. It just prolongs it. It says, okay, cool. Maybe today I'm straight, but then the next 4 days is like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on, right? Because I prolong the problem in hopes that one day it comes to an end, or in hopes that one day it fixes on its own, or in hopes one day that this is like, okay, it softens the blow. Are you guys following? I hope it softens the blow. because I can handle it this time. So I want the conflict. I want the contradiction. I want all these, because the solution is simple. This is a solution, make the adjustment. This is a solution to your problem, adapt and adjust, cool, boom. Do this, make that happen, fail, adapt, adjust. The hesitation comes from, oh wait, but if I do this, then this other thing will be compromised. I need the best escape to my problem, not the solution, because the best escapes allow things to stay. This environment is causing me pain. If you're searching for the best escape from the environment, then it's like, okay, cool, I'm going to be here for a little bit, but then, on the weekends I'll do this and then come back to the misery, but then don't worry about it because I won't. Then you start being strategic. I won't be home as often because the environment. Instead of like, yo, let me get out. Let me adapt and adjust. No, but that's going to put an end. I don't want to put an end. So it's like we're literally doing it to ourselves. Something interesting happens, fam, when you live in truth. Something interesting happens when you solve problems. Something interesting happens when you put yourself in a position where you got to figure something out and you got to learn, you got to grow, you got to study, you got to observe, you got to get uncomfortable. Something happens to the human mind, man. Something happens. The human mind gets so alert, the mind starts to wake up. It starts to wake up. There's alertness. There's sharpness. See, for many people who are in search for the best escape, their life is dull, right? There's dullness. One feels like they have no shot. They have no chance. There's people who think they really, there's no chance for me to ever learn or grow. There's no chance for me to ever be whatever, right? To solve this problem. There's no chance. So there's minds that completely just shut down. And they live life based on, I hope things change on its own. Whatever happens, I'll just accept whatever happens. And there's others who look at their life with so much clarity. It's like, okay, I may not know where I'm going, but what I do know is what's holding me back from ever knowing where I'm going. What I do know is what's stopping me from getting clear. What I do know is what's in the way of my clarity. What's in the way of my energy? What's in the way of my focus? What's in the way? So then you start solving those problems. And then something happens to the mind when you're in never-ending growth mode. It's never ending. Growth is never ending. Change is never ending. So when you continue to grow and challenge yourself and challenge what you think is true and challenge what you believe and challenge what you observe, challenge what you think is good, bad, right, or wrong, like challenge these things, because that's psychological freedom. Wanting to understand what is true. Now, if I'm saying all this and it doesn't hit you, it doesn't register, because you're like, Anthony, you're way too much talking about psychological freedom, you're talking about truth, like literally I'm just here for some motivation, inspiration, and I don't want to make any real changes. Okay, fine. Right, then just listen and whatever. That's what you want to do. For me personally, I love to see my life and myself in HD because I'm saying, I'm doing this to myself. I'm accepting this limitation. I'm accepting certain things. Like I'm not even looking to solve problems. Fam, it's interesting when you're not looking for the solution. It's interesting how you're not looking for the solution. You're looking for the greatest escapes. And then when the escapes are no longer the best escapes, what does one do? Are you guys following? I don't want the solution, and the greatest escapes are no longer the greatest escapes for me. That's where depression comes in. Depression comes in where I'm not taking the solution to a problem, right? I haven't chose a side. The best escapes are no longer the greatest escapes for me. I'm too present. And the solution, I don't even have the intention to go for the solution. So now I'm in this middle mode. which is called depression. It's like, man, the solution's out the window. I've done the greatest escape for so long. The escape routes no longer work for me. How many drinks can I have? How many friends can I hang out with? I no longer see them the same. I've outgrown them. Oh, how about the family parties? I no longer, man, it doesn't escape no more. Some of the things I used to be into don't get me interested no more. So now this is this depression where it's like the solution, I don't even want to put an end to anything to create something new because I'm either too afraid or I'm fighting hard to stay the same. And on the other side, all my greatest escape routes are coming to an end. That right there, fam, is depression. That right there is sadness. That right there, you're stuck. I'm so confused. Because everywhere I go, I can't escape. No matter how much vacations I go on, it doesn't matter anymore. But the solution's here. Yo, listen, the solution, better your life, reposition yourself, learn, grow, make adjustments, solve this problem. We're literally built to solve problems. So now when you don't want to solve a problem and all the escape routes come to an end, what happens to that mindset, fam? What happens to that mind? That's a mind that's like, man, what's going on in my life? I don't understand what's happening. I feel lost. I feel confused. It's like, okay. Why? Why does one feel confused when the solution is clear? Think about it, fam. Why does one feel confused when the solution is clear? The solution is clear. Oh, but I went through all this therapy with this person, and then I went to, and let's use relationships as an example, because a lot of people, again, they go through that. Oh, I went through this therapy, and we had so much conversations, and we argue, and we even strategically left each other for 2 months and came back, and we did everything we can. All the escape routes have came to an end. And then the solution is here. Hey, man, maybe this is not it. Let's put an end and create something new. No, I don't want to do that. It's like, okay, cool. I don't want to do that. I don't want the solution. I don't want to do that. Fam, not wanting something is not a disease. Remember this. A lot of people are in positions they're in because they just don't want to do certain things. Remember this, fam. It's not a disease. Don't get triggered by this in any weird way. Not wanting to do something is your choice for saying, I don't want to do this. Now, because you don't want to do something, it doesn't make it seem like, I got these mental problems. You don't understand. I got a disease. You don't want to do certain things. Now, there's no right or wrong way. There's only consequences to your choices. Because you don't want to do this for whatever reason, because of what you prioritize, you don't want to do this. You get the results that come with not doing. And that's it. Like, that's really it. There's nothing else. A lot of people are living the results of the things that they don't want to do. Hey, I have no money, but I don't want to work a job, or I don't want to start a business, or I don't want to, figure out my next move. Okay, cool. I just want to stay home and play video games. Okay, cool. Fine. You stay home and play video games, you get the results of that choice. I don't want to work out at the gym. I don't want to eat right. Okay, cool. I just want to stay home and eat this food. Okay, cool. What happens? You get the results that you deserve. So whatever it is that you prioritize, you will always make moves based on what you prioritize. So you prioritize the solution to a problem. Oh shit, I got to get my health right. Let me just work out. It's a decision. Moment by moment, day by day, moment by moment, day by day. I make a decision. I solve that problem. Okay, what's the adjustment plan? And that's it. It's really that simple. For a lot of people, they make it so extra. They make it so, oh, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's happening in my life. It's like there's things that you just don't want to do. And that's it. Now, for whatever reason why you don't want to do it, that's up to you. But not wanting to do is not a illness. It's a priority. A priority issue. What you prioritize is not the solution. What you prioritize is not truth. What you prioritize are certain things that's getting you the result that makes the most sense. So that means you feel the way you do, you getting the results of that mentality. Instead, if you were to prioritize responsibility, accountability, if you were to prioritize the truth, if you were to prioritize the solution, most of the problems you're going through right now won't even exist. Because you'll put it into it like this. It's simple. Now, let me put it into, that's it. It's really simple. Y'all, I'm overweight. I don't like the way I look in the mirror. Okay, go to the gym every day or eat right. Okay, cool. Let me just do that for the next 90 days. Boom, you're losing weight. Like I can guarantee if you did the proper workout, if you ate the right food, you're going to lose the weight. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, cool. You don't want to do that. Now what? So the sadness comes from the things that I don't want to do. The sadness comes from me saying, I don't want to do that. And I don't like the results of me making this decision. And then the doubts come in. Oh shit, there's doubts. There's doubts because I am not willing to do what it actually takes to get the solution that I want. So check this, fam. The doubts come in. I'm doubting myself, right? I'm doubting myself. Check this. I'm doubting myself. Why do I doubt? Because I secretly know what I'm not doing and I secretly know what I am doing. So I'm doubting myself. Wishing things change on its own. Hoping, please, Lord, help me. Please, meditating in the corner. Please, looking for the right way. Please, 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 someone help me. When in actuality, I just don't want to do certain things. And because I don't want to do certain things, I'm getting the result of that. And that's what creates the sadness. I don't want to adapt and adjust. I don't want to solve these problems. I don't want to do it. Okay, cool. That's not a problem. But then the results is there. And with those results, fam, what happens with those results? You get the results that come with your decisions that you make. It's very simple. It's not a disease. It's not a disease or put a pill on somebody. Oh, you don't want to do this. One does not understand the importance of something. And you cannot, listen, fam, you cannot take action unless one understands the importance of something. When you understand the importance of it, it's a strong enough driver for you to take action. For example, you can say, yo, you want to lose weight? Lose weight, go to the gym, eat right, start lifting weights, work out. But that's not a strong enough driver for somebody. Unless that heart attack kicks in. Unless that overweightness, then your knees start to hurt. When your knees start to hurt a little bit, then you're like, oh, my back hurts. And then when a crisis hits, you know what happens when a crisis hits? Fucking facts. The facts. When a crisis hits, you can no longer run away from the facts. When you get the results of the moves you've been making because of the facts that's always been there, and if you've been ignoring that fact, fam, listen, that fact right there, there's no way you can escape from it. And because people can't escape from that, you know what they do? Oh, I got to make changes now. There's urgency. Oh, I got to make moves now. That heart attack changed my life. That knee, my knees hurt and my back hurt. That surgery changed my life. Oh, I couldn't pay rent this month. That changed my life. Why is that? Oh, that relationship ended in disaster. That changed my life. What happens? All you did was bring awareness to the facts. So whether you want to or not, the truth is undefeated. Whether you want to do something or not, the truth will always be inevitable. Whether you want to or not, who you are is getting the results that makes the most sense. Now, when you prioritize adapting and adjusting, when you prioritize the solution, when you take responsibility, all of this stuff, when it comes your way, bring it. All of this stuff that comes your way, I'm not afraid to put an end to create something new. All this stuff comes your way, I'm not afraid to adapt and adjust. All this stuff comes your way, I'm solid because I understand that it's not going to always go my way. I'm going to make moves. I'm going to take ownership and control. There's no hesitation for the solution. There's no hesitation for the solution. There's no hesitation when you prioritize the solution. There's no hesitation for the solution. This is the solution. I prioritize the solution. Let me do that. The moment I see, okay, oh shit, you know what? This didn't work. Let me make an adjustment there again. Let me make another adjustment here again until you make it work. That is someone who prioritizes the solution. That is someone who takes responsibility. That is someone who understands that it's about adapting and adjusting. That is somebody who is willing to change because life will never stay the same. This is so powerful, man. Oh, man. Give me some fire emojis, fam. I'm fucking hot. Give me some fire emojis, fam, and be feeling this right now. Give me some fire emojis, family, if you're feeling this live. I'm sweating out here. I've been sweating on these lives lately. I should be turning on the car. I'm gonna turn on the. But when I turn on the car, my voice goes on the thing. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Yo, we get serious. Look, we're talking about facts here, right? And when we talk about facts, a lot of people get offended. Ooh, this breeze is hitting nice, too. It's nice. Listen, when we talk about facts, people get offended. When we talk about the truth, people get anxiety from it. People feel a certain way from it. Listen, fam, when you understand that it really doesn't matter what happens, what matters most is how you respond. When you understand, fam, that you are in the position because of how you see yourself and how you see the world, when you understand that prioritizing the solution, that you will always figure it out, you will always figure it out, fam, you will always figure it out. You will always figure it out. And anything that doesn't go your way, you will always adapt and adjust. Why is that not sexy for people? Why is that not attractive for people? What is it about that? What is it about the truth that's so polarizing? What is it about responsibility that's so many people would rather live in denial due to fear and conditioning. Yo, facts. Fear and conditioning. So my beliefs on how I used to live the world, or how I lived the world up to this point, how I see the world up to this point, how I grew up, my conditioning, and in fear of what may happen. But when there's nothing to fear but fear itself, when fear is an illusion, when you understand that fear is an illusion, you know what you do? You just adapt and adjust. When you're solid with yourself, fam, you just move without fear. When you're solid with yourself, fam, you just make decisions that make the most sense. When you're solid with yourself, there is no, oh, but what if I make the wrong move? There's no such thing as making the wrong move. Because it's all about adapting and adjusting. There's no such thing as, oh, I did this and I wasted time. There is no wasted time. There's only learning. You're learning from your experiences. You're learning. You're learning from the decisions you've made. There's literally no problem. There's literally nothing that's a big deal. There's literally nothing that's a big deal when you understand that, man, if I make a move or when I make a move, what matters most is how I respond and react to whatever comes my way. There's literally nothing that's a big deal. There's literally fear is nothing that, fear is just all in your mind and how you're creating and projecting things. When all you need to do is just solve the problems that is right in front of you. And you may say, yo, man, I don't know which direction I want to go. You may not know where you want to go, but you do know what's standing in your way. And all of you here know right now what's standing in your way. You know what's standing in your way. You know what's a problem that you're not solving. You know there's something that's causing you, that's pulling you multiple directions. Interesting. Listen, fam. That's what I got for you today. Hopefully, guys, you run with this. Hopefully, guys, you guys take this information and embrace it. Soak it all in. Make love to this information. Right? Because it's the facts, man. It's the facts. Your entire life can change with one decision, one move. Your entire fucking life can change with one decision and one move. And whatever that decision or whatever that result is, you know what happens, fam? You know what happens, fam? When you get that decision, if you don't like that position, you know what you do? You adapt and adjust always. It's never ending adapting and adjusting. It's never, when you grow, things automatically change. But people are afraid to grow because they're afraid to start at zero somewhere else. Every end is a new beginning. And every level, right, you make an adjustment, you're adapting and adjusting. Oh, you was great at level 1. You was the highest at level 1. But now when you reach level 2, now you're the lowest in level 2. You get what I mean? Like, that's the type of vibe and energy. Like, well, okay, I'm in level 2, so all these problems are coming my way now. Like, I got to figure this out now. And then, boom, you reach, people are afraid to go to level 3 because, yo, I just reached highest of level 2. Instead of going through the levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and always getting excited. Always getting excited to be a rookie again. Always getting excited to be like, all right, fuck, okay. I had it under control in level 1. I had it under control in level 2. And level 3, oh, fuck, it's stretching me to be something else. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go. There's no such thing as going back. There's no such thing as, there's only solving problems. You may do the same moves you did at level 1, but there's no such thing as going back to level 1 because you got a level 3 mentality. There's no going back. The moves is different. You can go back to doing certain moves you used to do. Like, for example, I started this business, right? I bet on myself. I got my own house. I got my own car. I betted on myself. Boom, I have to now move back to my parents' house. Let's just say, for example, I started this big company. I lost. I got to move back to my parents' house. It's not me going backwards. It's me being strategic and say, fuck, I can't pay the house or the bill or the car. Let me go back to my parents' house and make the adjustment, figure it out, and then go back and do what I was doing. This is what I mean. It's not, at level 1, I lived in my parents' house. But level 3, I made a move. I got to make an adjustment, stay in my parents' house for a month, come back and see what happens. That's just an example, fam. Like, that people are not willing to do because they're not solving problems. When you solve problems, you're willing to go take 3 steps back and say, okay, man, oh, fuck, I overbetted on myself. I learned from that. Okay, fuck, I got to go back, move in my parents' house. I'm giving you an example. An example. I'm giving you an example of strategy and moves and let me solve my fucking problems and not care about the most dumbest things. What are people going to say about me if I move back to my parents' house? What are people going to say? But what if it's like, oh, you care about, you're not even thinking about the solution. Yo, you're not even thinking about the solution. I'm just giving you an example of something. I'm not saying this is a real situation for anybody. I am just saying, hey, you moved out of state and you had to figure something out. 1 month later, you realize, damn, you moved from New York City to Mexico. And then now you figure out in Mexico, damn, this is not a great opportunity. Now you got to move back to New York City. All right, that's it. You're not going back down. You're just making, oh, fuck, this didn't work. Let me go back to New York City. Okay, figure myself out again. This is what I'm talking about. Solving problems and adjusting to whatever comes your way. It's like, oh, for so many people, they care about the most meaningless things that have nothing to do with the solution. They're not thinking about moving forward. They're not thinking about moving ahead. They're not thinking about failing forward. They're not thinking about adjusting, adapting, solutions, problems, making sure they click. They're thinking about, oh, how can I get the greatest escape to this problem? I made this one decision. And it didn't work. And then we dwell on that one decision that didn't work. When the information is clear in front of your face, when the truth is your friend and the truth is telling you, yo, you made this move and it didn't work. Oh shit. Now the truth is your best friend. The truth is your lover. The truth, you must have love and great sex with the truth. This is what I'm saying. The truth is your friend. Yo, you made this move. It did not work. Boom. The solution's clear. Let me adapt and adjust. Thank you for the information, truth. You're my friend. You're my lover. Thank you. I made this move. Didn't work. Let's create a solution to this problem. That's it. And then you learn from that experience. Now, the next time you move from New York to Mexico, it's going to be a different approach, a different mentality, a different move. Like, what is this? This makes mad sense. It makes so much sense. It makes sense. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to think about. There's nothing like, yo, this is the solution. This is the fucking facts. This is right in front of my face. This is the facts. I made this move. It did not work out for me. I moved from New York City to Mexico. In a week later, it did not work for me. I got to go back and re-strategize. And I go like this in front of my face because the truth is, hello, you came unprepared. Rightfully so, you got to go back. No matter how inconvenient it is, you got to make an adjustment now. Okay, cool. You go back. You're going back with a different mindset. All right, cool. I went unprepared. No problem. Okay, the next time I pull up now, it's going to be different because I got to be prepared for this. I didn't know. And that's it, man. It's 2 seconds. It's inconvenient in the moment, but it's 2 seconds. Oh, I started this business and I overbetted myself. I've invested all this money. Fuck, I failed because I came unprepared. I got to move back with my mom and dad. Okay, cool. When I go back with my mom and dad, give me 1 month and then I go back and then create something new. That's it. Or I quit my job. You know what? I did this. Let me go back and let's figure it out. Oh, I moved my stuff to move in with this guy or girl and the relationship didn't last in a week. You know what? Cool. In a week, I took all my stuff. I moved to this place. It didn't work out. Fine. Let me move back. Fine. Let's recreate something. Next time I move, I'm going to move with a different mindset, different mentality, different focus. How come it's not like that, fam? How come we're not doing it like that? How come we're looking with our eyes like this? When the solution's there, we're looking like this. Who's watching me? Tell me who's watching. Who's watching me? Tell me who's watching. Oh, because what do these people think? What does my best friend Clara think? What does my best friend Johnson Michael think? What is my mom going to say if I do this? But what are people going to say? It's like, oh, shit, you're not even thinking about the solution to your problem. Yo, what is my best friend Clara going to think? Yo, what is my aunt going to say? That I have to Fam, did we not see? Do we not see how whack that is? Yo, we don't want to make moves. We don't want to solve problems because we care about what people are going to say about us or what they think about us because we're making adjustments. We don't want to learn. We don't want to bet on ourselves so we can fail, knowing that failure is part of the process. You don't want to fail because of how it looks when you fail. You don't want to fail because you think it's the end of the world. Oh, I invested so much money. I bet it on myself. No, what happened was you got revealed the facts. You saw that you're unprepared. You saw that you betted and you betted on the wrong person. You saw that you made this move that, you didn't have the details clearly. But when you get the result that you deserve, the inevitable result, and I go like this because the facts or whatever it is that's right in front of your face, you take that information, you say, thank you for that information, truth. Now I'm going to make an adjustment. I'm now aware that I made this move with an unprepared mind. I've grown. Now let's make an adjustment. Not sit there and dwell, why me? Or why, if I solve this problem, what is my best friend Johnson Michael is going to say? When Johnson and Michael is losing in his life, Johnson and Michael's going through shit, not even paying attention to you, and you're worrying about Johnson and Michael. What is my mom going to say? Because I told everybody I was going to build the most successful business and I failed. Instead of saying, oh, fuck, okay, now it's time to adjust, regardless of what your mom says. How come it's not like that, fam? What are we doing? How come it's not like that? How come it's something else? How come we doing something else? How come? Oh, fear. Fear of what? Failure is how you learn. What is it? What? Fear what? What? What's the worst? What? You can't figure it. You're a human being. You figure shit out. What's the worst? But what if I lose all this money? Yo, there's millions of dollars out here. I guarantee, do me a favor, fam. Do me a solid favor. Spend the entire week looking at the floor, and I guarantee you'll find a penny. That's how meaningless this whole shit is. I guarantee you'll find a quarter. I guarantee I will bet everything on it. Go somewhere where there's people. I guarantee go in the middle of your couch, go on the floor, go somewhere, look around, go to a gym, go somewhere, go to a cafe. I guarantee you find a penny on the floor. And you're talking about, but what if I lose money? When there's dollar bills on the fucking floor. What if I do it? I'll never figure it. How? You'll never figure it out. We're in the information age, man. You see, you only fear those things if you don't prioritize a solution to your problem. You only fear those things, fam, if you do not prioritize a solution to your problem. That's the only time you fear those things. When you don't search for the solution, you be like, oh, but I always search for the best escape from my problems. You only fear failure when you don't prioritize a solution. Because if you prioritize a solution, failure is education. Failure is how you learn. Failure becomes your best friend. Failure becomes something that is inconvenient. It pisses you off for 2 seconds. And you're like, I was so dumb. I didn't know. Okay, fine, let's make an adjustment. That's it, man. I made this move, didn't work out. Let me adjust. That's it. But when you don't prioritize a solution and you just want comfort, security, you want pleasure, and you want the best escape to your problems, that's the only time the solution becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Who's loving this right now? Give me some fire emojis in the comments below if you're loving this, fam. Cheers to everybody. Give me some fire emojis if you're having fun, you're learning, and you're understanding what is being said. I'm out here burning calories, speaking about the facts. So I need some fire emojis because I'm burning calories. I'm like, All this stuff is facts, man. There's nothing to lose, man. Yo, fam, you got nothing to lose. You got nothing to fear. Yo, you got nothing to fear. Yo, everybody's afraid to adapt and adjust, man. You got nothing to fear. Nothing to lose. Isn't that interesting? Like, literally, you have the ability to adapt and adjust and solve problems. Failure is the best friend. Like, yo, you have nothing to lose. And you're out here playing it safe. You have nothing to lose, and you're out here living with limitations. You have nothing to lose, and then easy for you to say, I got everything to lose. I got da. You don't get it. You're in control over how you react and respond. You'll always figure it out when you bet on yourself with that confidence, knowing, yo, nothing can stop me. I'm betting on myself. When you want to do something, when you love something, when you want to do something, you're like, yo, you know what? Nothing can stop me. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Oh, easy for you to say, Anthony. But I say, you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. Because if you did, you'd be like, yo, man, let me just bet on myself. Let me learn. Let me adapt. Let me adjust. You'll always figure it out. It's not as complicated as you make it. But what if this next move I make is not the right move? But what if this next move is not the right move? It's like, it's not supposed to be the right move. It's just a movement somewhere. It's not supposed to be the right. You do the move that you think makes the most sense right now based on your level of awareness. And then you take advantage of that until that no longer makes sense. And then you adjust. Oh, but I did this move for a week. Now I need to adjust? Yeah, just adjust. Keep adjusting. You did this move. Now 1 week, it made no sense. Now make another move. It's okay. Man, oh man. But we make it complicated because of fear of fear that we don't have control, fear of because you don't prioritize a solution, fear because you don't think you can do it, fear because of whatever. But that doesn't make sense when you understand yourself as a human being. Those fears don't make sense because there's nothing to fear but fear itself. There's nothing to fear failure. Failure is you fear something that you fear something that's part of the process. Can you imagine as a baby we feared failure? We would never want to walk. Can you imagine I feared failure when I was a baby? I would never want to walk. Failure is how you learn. That's not a belief system. This is not a mythical thing I'm talking about here. This is not a believe me, trust me, have faith in that. No, this is none of that. We're talking about literally you do something, you fail, you learn. That's how you do anything. That's how you do anything. Can you imagine you came out the womb knowing how to do everything? Yo, I'm this brand new baby. Yo, I know how to read. I know how to write. I know how to talk. No, man. When you learn how to talk, what's this word? You're like, you didn't know how to say it. Can you imagine? I fear failure. I'm not going to even read. I fear failure. I'm not even going to walk. I fear failure. I'm not even going to learn how to write because if I pick up that pencil, I'm going to be sloppy and I don't want to be sloppy. That's not even a thought. You want to know why? Because there's no conditioning. The mind just like, yo, let me pick this up because I know how I learn. I learn by doing it. I learn by adjusting. I write this. This is sloppy handwriting. Let me fix that. So you're afraid of something that's part of the process. Anthony, you don't understand. You don't understand. I'm afraid. You don't understand. I'm afraid of failure. It's like, tell me something that you have done in your fucking life that you have not failed in and not learned. Tell me anything. Tell me anything. Tell me anything. Show me something. Yo, show me something. When you learn how to drive, you jumped into the car and you picked it up right away? Or when you jumped in the car, it's like, okay, fuck. Okay, I don't know how to do this. Until you failed a bunch of times. And then you had to take classes to learn. What else? Tell me. What else? What else? Tell me, when you work your first day at the job, you instantly know how to do things? First day at the job, I'm at the job. You think you know how to do things? Tell me where it's at. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, sorry. Like, I don't understand. What is it where, oh, we failed at that. I failed. I failed at this. I lost in this moment. Okay, I've learned. You either win or you learn. Oh, there's no quit mentality when quitting is part of every growth process. See, there's a difference between quitting on yourself and quitting a thing to recreate your life, to reposition yourself. Quitting on yourself is like, man, I'm not worthy enough. I'm not good enough. I quit on myself. And then you just go stare at a wall all day. But when you say, man, this is difficult, man. You know what? This is not something I want to do here. Or this is not something that I think makes sense right now. Let me quit this, get out of this, and make an adjustment. Smoking no longer makes sense for me. Let me quit smoking. Drinking no longer makes sense to me. Let me quit drinking. Yo, this group of people don't make sense to me. Let me quit this group and go create something else. Come on, man. What are we talking here? We're making, so what's the deal? What's the fear? Fear what? Fear what? There's nothing. There's literally nothing. When you prioritize the truth, when you take responsibility, when you take full control, when you prioritize the solution. I love you guys. I'm out of here. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being on. Hopefully you guys found value in this. I will upload this again on my YouTube channel later today. Thank you so much, fam. And that's all I got for you guys, yo. How many of you found this valuable? Give me something. Give me some emojis before I let you go. How many of you guys found this valuable? Give me some double hands. Some double hands if you found this valuable. Shit makes mad sense, man. I love it. I love it. All right, yo. I'm out of here. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a solid day. Peace.